June 8th, 2026. I hope you're doing well. We had a lot of opportunities today in the market. A lot of opportunities. We had 5 short opportunities and 3 long opportunities granted to us. And this is the day after a huge sell-off. The sell-off. This is the day after. So right now the market is in a state of rebalance and recovery. And let's look at the price action today. Let's look at the alignments that occurred. And let's start with the first one. First of all, let's just walk through the market. The market opens with a 1 hour that's already in the strong upward direction, a positive 1 hour momentum. And the 15-minute at market open is not going up, it's sort of losing power, but it's also strong in the upward direction. And our 5-minute extended is negative, and our 5-minute regular is opening positive. So we're waiting for all of these to align. And when does that alignment happen? That first alignment, well, we need the 15 to be going up and in the green, right? So when does that happen? It happens over here, around 9:45. See how it's now going up and into the green? The momentum is now aligning with the 1 hour. And now we go to the 5 to wait for the 5s to show healthy, strong green support. And that's starting to happen on both of them, the extended hours and the regular hours. That is happening now. So at 9:33, exactly at 9:33, we're seeing this occur. This is our setup at 9:33. So we're waiting for the momentum to go from a negative to a positive. We're waiting for it to flip and begin alignment. Can you see where that happens? It happens right here. So the first alignment today was 9:36. Next alignment that occurred was the very next momentum pulse that occurs at 9:46. And that ran for a long ways. That hit about 2 or 3 R right there. And the final long alignment occurred right here at 10:20. And the reason it's a valid alignment is because our 5 minutes are strong and in the green, but they're losing. They're not strong, they're weak. They're in the green, but they're weak. They're losing momentum. And then we have a MACD on the execution time frame, 1 minute in this case. We have it flip. See how it's going down all the way down, and then now it flips to the upside. And that was also a win. Barely was it a win, but it was a win for a 1-to-1 ratio. Very tight trade right there. Then we had a huge sell-off. We retraced back down to pre-market high. Pre-market high right there. We played around with pre-market high for a while. Look at this liquidity playing around with that level. Look at the liquidity playing around with that pre-market high, which was right here. And our first short setup occurs here. Why does our first short setup? Well, to have a short setup, we need to have a 15 crossover. We can't just take a short unless the 15 is in the aligned direction and expanding, which is happening right now. So we go to the execution time frame, 1 minute or the 2 minute. In this case, I was using a 2-minute chart at this time. And look what happens. Going up, 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 up. Now it falls down. The 5-minute is somewhat strong in this position. It's not the strongest. It's showing some weakness, but it's still there. It's aligned. That was the first alignment to the short side, which was 11:24. The next one that occurred was at 11:56. And here was the alignment for that one there, also a win. Next alignment was it was at 12:10. Now this was a harder one because the momentum didn't shift very much. So it was more of a discretionary trade. This was not an official trade. This on a 1-minute chart would look a little bit cleaner. See on the 1-minute chart how you can see it. You can see the histogram actually change momentum. You can see the variance, the difference between the two, which shows you how much energy is being released. But on the 2-minute chart, you can't really see that because the time interval is such that you cannot see these things. The volatility is not adequate enough to see those things. As the volatility increases, the smaller time frames become more valuable. Next alignment that's to the short side occurs right here. This was the most obvious one. Why? The 15 has been in the red for a long time, and what's happening? The 5-minute has gone through a momentum pulse. It's gone through up to the green and is now selling off. Now it's in the red. Now it's actually showing signs of expansion. And what do we see happen? The same thing we always see. On a 2-minute chart, we see the momentum shift right here. At 2:02 p.m. was that alignment. And then we had another entry. You can get another entry in right around here. See this momentum? Wait for the momentum to reset back down to the aligned direction, and there you go. There you go. Another short opportunity right there. And with that much being said, that was all of the alignments we had today for June 8th. I will see you in the next one. Have faith.